These might just be my perfect headphones. So these are the brand new Shokz OpenFit 2. Of course, huge thank you to Shokz for sponsoring this video. So this is being announced here at CES, but I've got an early look at what theoretically will be my open ear comfort with ultimate sound. I just read the box, I'm not sure, but I hope it is. The idea is that these headphones are going to deliver high quality audio while still keeping you fully immersed. There's a fanny pack. Excuse me? So I think the idea here is that these are headphones that are meant to be comfortable, to be worn in all kinds of environments where you want to make sure that you're still present. You know, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's going to be working out, whether it's just being in a house or an office where you want to be able to hear people and not have to turn off your like transparency mode or something. Oh, I see why they gave me the fanny pack, because the case is quite large. So I guess the idea here is that because they have that sort of like design that loops around your ears, the case just needs to be physically larger. These are definitely not going to be tiny little headphones. So I guess you just wrap it around, right? Some of that. So basically, the back part, it's a loop. I actually think it's probably like a battery or something in there, but that sort of like kind of like anchors it behind your ear. And then you just kind of wrap the actual headphone just kind of like over your ear. So I can definitely still hear everything just fine, but it's going to be able to pipe my music or podcast or whatever directly into my ears. So there are actually two ways to control these headphones. So each headphone has an actual touch point on the top, as well as you have a little button on the side. Now, normally, a physical button, while it seems like a good idea, isn't really comfortable with a normal pair of headphones because you push the button and you're like pushing it into your ear. But with this, that actually feels pretty decent because it's not putting any extra pressure, since all of the actual sort of headphone support is on the back of my ear. So if I want, my physical button can be double tap, triple tap, all the normal stuff. Only one thing to do now, listen to The Game of Love by Daft Punk. They're not moving like a millimeter. Okay, a few sort of first impressions. I know that they have their dual boost technology and their open bass, and while that sounds like a bunch of marketing stuff, they sound good, right? Like just straight up, they sound good. Now, you're always gonna be losing a little bit of like frequency response, especially on like the low end when you don't have the actual like steel. But on the flip side, it's also very open sound, right? So it feels like there's like a wide sound stage. And one of the things I like about these immediately is that unlike some other open ear headphones that I've tried, the positioning is not massively important. Like some other headphones, you've got to get them right in the sweet spot or they sound terrible. But because they have this sort of driver that kind of comes out on the sides and the bottom, you kind of adjust them around more so for your comfort, and it does make a huge difference for the audio quality. I think that's actually a major win. What is this? Hey Austin, congratulations on your new Shokz OpenFit 2 headphones. We've come up with a series of challenges to help you put it to the test. Was wearing the fanny pack not enough for you, Shokz? So my handy dandy Shokz card has made it very clear that I need to test out a game while listening to a podcast or music or something. Why do you have my phone?
Because I'm gonna be the one picking your music today.
Are you DJing for me?
I am DJing. I'm your favorite DJ, DJ K. And I'm here to help.
So right now I'm hearing nothing. So I've just got the headphones in, obviously super comfortable. Ooh, some Daft Punk, nice. So because they're open ear, I can still hear my voice no problem. I can hear me. Can hear you no problem.
Great. How if I get it louder?
Wow, the Shokz sound really great when you crank up the audio.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
How about now?
I can hear you.
How about now?
Boy, that is approaching full volume, but yes, I can still hear you.
Wanna ride it all night long.
The only thing is, you can't hear any of what I'm hearing, which is part of the reason why the OpenFit 2s are great. Get it? Because I can listen to music and hear everyone around me, but I can just look embarrassing without you having any context.
What is this dance? Look at his, Joanna, look at his feet.
Crashed.
Look at his feet, he's doing a jig. This is prime driving music right here. Yeah, there we go, he's getting into it.
It's not helping me. No, that was bad. No, I got passed. Get back here, Big Chungus 2042.
What are these names? Who are your friends?
I don't know. I'm not sure what we've learned here today, except that I can clearly hear what everyone's telling me while I'm blasting Green Day in these amazing headphones. I feel like I need to take these to CES though and put them to the real test. So now that we're here in Vegas for CES, we wanted to thoroughly evaluate the open ear characteristics of the Shokz OpenFit 2. And what better way to do that than to take a romantic gondola ride? don't know why we had to hold hands though.
You're pretending like we're not holding hands right now.
The water's scary, okay? The water's very scary. The nice thing about Shokz is that we have incredibly clear, open ear characteristics. And when I say that, I mean, I could be listening to the beautiful operatic singing while also listening to a This Is video in my headphones. I will say, so I've been wearing these all morning, and the nice thing is you can kind of forget that you're wearing them, at least like from a comfort perspective, right? Like I'm walking around the strip, I'm walking around like casinos, all this kind of stuff. The main thing to consider here is that these are not noise canceling, right? Like I think most people who are using noise canceling headphones, you want isolation and yada, 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 but like that's not what I'm looking for here. I want to be engaged. I want to be walking around. I need to be able to hear my surroundings. And I also want to be able to hear whatever media, calls, whatever the case is that I'm listening to. Welcome to the Shokz booth here at CES. While this might not be just the same romantic setting as we had before, they actually have some really cool stuff in here. So not only do they have these giant OpenFit 2s behind me, but there's also a sculpture over here to show all the individual components. And of course, there's a lot of tech, there's a lot of individual pieces that go into not only the audio quality, but also the fact that they're that full open design. Now, I want to talk about the open design because that's one of the main advantages of these headphones. And what's really cool is even though this is a very loud show floor with thousands of people around, I can easily be on a call, listening to a podcast. I've actually been listening to a lot of videos, we've been QCing them and uploading them while we've been here at the show. And I can also carry on a normal conversation. That, I think, that's the real killer feature of the OpenFit 2s because when you're wearing them, you can kind of forget that you actually have them in. Now, the other thing that I've really sort of grown to appreciate is the actual form factor and the comfort. So as you can see, in my ears, I actually like them slightly loose. So you can kind of adjust them around a little bit. So you can kind of push them in your ear a little bit, but I actually don't mind it being just slightly outside. It's very comfortable for me. It doesn't really impact the audio quality too much. And especially because they're sort of looped around the back of your ears, I can walk around with these for hours and kind of forget that I've even got them in. But if I've got a call or anything like that, I can immediately just like tap the button, pick it up, and just start talking. So it's really, really useful. If you're interested in learning more about these Shokz OpenFit 2s, I will of course have a link in the description. Huge thank you to Shokz for sponsoring this video. And now I'm gonna keep walking around the show floor with my cool headphones. I'm gonna forget that I'm even wearing them.